Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Diego Dario. And in tonight's game plan, we'll preview the upcoming battle for the semis and the ongoing PBA Governors Cup.
We'll also talk about the dynasty of the Adamson softball team in the UAAP as they win their 10th consecutive title. And we'll also hear from the Akari Chargers as they go beyond the court in a special edition of Heart to Heart. Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. Well, there are 2 seats remaining in the PBA Governors Cup semis, and tomorrow's pair of showdowns will take us one step closer to that Final Four. Now, joining us to preview the upcoming matchups, PBA Rush anchor, Mr. Shoot First himself, Mikey Reyes. Mikey, kumusta naman?
Okay naman. Excited for tomorrow's games.
Mr. Shoot First.
Excited din to eh.
Excited. For sure excited. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting matchup. Both
matchups. Both games. All right, so let's go to the game first that you can actually talk about. Ito, Phoenix Fuel Masters against the TNT Tropang. Giga, Mikey, best of 3 matchup between the two, twice to beat si TNT. And you look at where they are, 1-8. Normally the 8th seed really at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's tough, but then how do you like their chances going into this one?
They might surprise them maybe.
Okay.
A quarter or two.
I would actually agree.
A quarter or two. I'm sorry, but I don't see it happening. As much as I love this young Phoenix team, how Coach Jamaic has established his brand of basketball with their import, Encho, Tyler, but
Right.
I just can't see them winning a game against a tough team like TNT.
You know, sorry, Jegs, I have to turn you into a bit of an analyst here.
Right,
You
right.
actually did play. You actually were there for when they lost to you guys. And Encho Serrano in particular was impressive, 20 points and 9 rebounds. You talk about him being a key player here for the Phoenix Super LPG. Just what can he bring, especially if he does come off the bench here for Coach Jamaic?
I mean, Encho is such a physical specimen for me. I mean, back in the UAP, I remember he would just literally drive against everyone, and he's doing the same thing now in the UAP now that he has the opportunity, and he's not even scared. As you can take a look at it here, he's actually going up against imports like KJ McDaniels. He has no fear when it comes to attacking that basket, and he can finish. And pag nagka 3 points na to, medyo scary na to, Mike.
Honestly, kasi compared to the 3 of us, everybody is a physical specimen.
That's facts also.
Okay, I'm not going to comment on that anymore. Pero ito, si Encho Serrano, obviously going to be one of the, siguro one of the X factors, one of the things that can make a big difference here. But then let's go to the other side, and one of the more, I guess masasabi natin, first on the scouting list, especially for the locals, si R.R. Pogoy, he will be tough to stop, and it feels like his arsenal is just growing and growing.
I feel like he complements the import. Ronde Hollis Jefferson is not the takeover type of guy na akin na yung bola, didiskarte ako, so score ako. He's not that type of player. He really looks at his teammates, and I feel like he's earned the trust of Ronde. That if I drive, if you're open, you have my trust, I'll kick it out to you. Him and Mikey Williams. So I feel like R.R. Pogoy is just one of those guys. I think every team has that one guy na pag maganda yung nilaro nun, you can expect everybody to follow through, and RR is that for TNT.
All right, so I have a question for the both of you here in terms of Phoenix. The onus is on them to create an upset.
Yeah.
So palagay, for you, Mikey, you first, what are the keys there for an upset for Phoenix?
It just everything has to go their way. They need to play their A game, and TNT should wake up on the wrong side of the bed, honestly. Kumbaga, it takes 2 to get a win against TNT. You have to play your A game, and TNT struggles in this game. Because if you play A game, obviously TNT is going to get it.
Well, Ronde Hollis Jefferson has yet to lose here.
Right.
Again, still looking for that upset, Jegs. What do Phoenix need to do?
I mean, if you take a look at their elimination matchup, TNT just won by 4 points.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Mikey was talking about. That was, good defense by Phoenix with the way they defended TNT, because I personally played under Coach Jamaic, and he has a lot of, tricks in his bag that can, kind of like surprise some other teams, but with the talent that TNT
You're talking
has,
about
it's gonna
48 minutes?
It's gonna be tough. Not just 48, do that twice
Twice,
because
yeah.
TNT has the twice to beat advantage. But I think a lot of the coaches and a lot of the teams are prepared for Coach Jamaica's surprise tactics, both on defense and on offense. But it's going to be an exciting matchup, that's for sure.
Well, let's see how they all adapt. Now, moving on to the matchup that Diego Dario cannot talk about as much kasi he's part of
still can,
everything. Yeah, sort of.
Just a little,
I guess
you know.
so. Ito, Magnolia Hotshots against the Meralco Bolts. Meralco holding the twice to beat advantage. Camera 2 pa zoom out, pa zoom
Bawal
in na lang.
si Diego.
Bawal si Diego dito. So lapit na lang sa akin. When you talk about this, Mikey, again, Magnolia, typically, a lot of people would say that they are, on paper, the better team. Pero Meralco, with the twice to beat advantage, that could be the big difference maker here.
Oh, exactly. And I feel like Meralco, coming into this game, parang they're bound to break through. They're bound to break through, and I don't think they're gonna let this chance go to be able to have that twice to beat advantage against Magnolia. It's gonna be tough for sure. This is, I believe, the most evenly matched series dito sa buong quarter.
And if I can just add to that, this matchup, this Meralco-Magnolia matchup, even before when I was with Meralco, I was playing for Blackwater, they've had a lot of history in the playoffs. And they've had a lot of very close games that literally decided maybe last 10 seconds of the game. So I think a lot of the fans, I'm just trying to, promote this as well. A lot of the fans should actually look out for this matchup.
It's going to be a physical matchup.
Yeah, physical matchup for sure.
Super physical. Now, of course, you take a look at guys. Okay, quick scouting report here, Jegs, because I know you're part of the scout team of Meralco. Itong si Paul Lee. It's always going to be tough to match up with him. But then he was quiet in their last game. Only 9 points against the Blackwater. Against Blackwater, 3 of 7 shooting. Probably not gonna happen again, but how do you scout for that guy? How do you stop a guy like Paulie?
I mean, I don't think it's a secret anymore that Paulie is a shooter. He's a streaky shooter. So you just have to do your best to contain him. You can't really stop a guy like Paulie. You just have to slow him down, limit his touches, and that's all you can ask for when trying to guard Paulie.
Mikey, Aaron Black for Meralco, this guy will always be biased, so I can't trust him. Pero ito, si Aaron, 18.6 rebounds and 3 assists. It feels like, again, the question's not there anymore whether or not he belongs on PBA floor. It's always there. In fact, he's really shining at the moment. How important is he for Meralco this time around?
Well, it's always that taking your game to the next level. He has proven that he belongs in the league. He has proven that he can be a consistent contributor in the elimination round. He has proven to really break out in the finals against Ginebra. Pero kaya ba niya na siya yung focus? Because I'm sure Magnolia is ready for Aaron Black. They know his energy, his intensity, his tenacity in attacking the rim. Magnolia is ready. And physically, can he keep on attacking even though the bumps, the bruises from the Calvin Abuevas, the Hesters and all that?
And speaking of, since we have time for one last question here, Mikey, Hester versus KG McDaniels will be an interesting matchup. Two very different types of imports. How do you see that panning out?
Well, someone needs to stop. A local needs to step up to be able to stop the other guy. No, they can't guard each other. Someone plays outside, someone plays inside. So
and that happens in a lot of series.
Oh yeah, and that's why locals will have their hands full.
It is going to be really interesting. Again, the first match will be the Phoenix Fuel Masters against the TNT Tropang Giga, followed by the Magnolia Hotshots against the Meralco Bolts. Diego will be there. He'll be wearing orange. I hope you see the floor. Let's see what happens.
Hopefully, let's see.
All right. So, Mikey, maraming salamat.
Thank you very much.
Mikey, thank you. And after the break, we'll go deeper into the story behind Adamson University's historic feat in UAAP softball. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back, you're watching The Game. It's mission accomplished for Adamson as they continue to dominate the UAAP softball tournament. The Lady Falcons achieved a new milestone after bagging their 10th consecutive championship title, and we are honored to have with us Angelo Gabriel, Glory Alonzo, and Coach Ana Santiago. Congratulations and welcome to The Game, mga idol.
Hello po, good evening po. Thank you po.
All right, let's start it off with Coach Ana. Coach Ana, again, congratulations. 10 years, the last time. 10 years. Just to put that into context, I was still in high school that time. I mean, last kayo nanalo, 1 decade na kayo nanalo sa UAAP. But Coach Ana, what makes this one different from all the other championships that you guys won?
Yeah, ang pagkakaiba kasi nito, no? Kasi sa akin kasi, from the start, alam to ng mga player ko na this is one of my goal talaga for the team. Kasi yung pag sinabi mo kasi dekada, iba kasi ang dating niya. So 10 years, so isang dekada siya. So talagang, kaya sinabi ko na importante naman lahat ng nakaraan naming championship trophies, no? Pero this is the sweetest para sa akin.
Alright, interesting. Before we move on to yung mga players po, bakit ito yung pinaka-sweet for you?
Yeah, kasi actually, nung nagsimula akong mag-champion sa UAAP, nakaset na kasi siya sa mind ko. Pangarap ko kasi to na sabi ko, gusto kong makapagpa-champion ng isang dekada. Yung talagang sunod-sunod. So talagang isinet ko siya sa mind ko. Kaya alam ng mga player ko, nung pumasok yung nakabalik ang UAAP season, kung ano yung target talaga namin, na sabi ko nga, I don't want to think about the next season, or next UAAP. Dito talaga ako mas magpo-concentrate and ibubuhos ko talaga yung lahat ng knowledge ko and yung effort and yung time to get this 10 feet.
Grabe talaga. And of course, si Angelo Gabriel had the award for the most home runs. And of course, Angelo, first of all, congratulations sa individual achievement na yun. Could you tell us a bit about yung feeling na, okay, babalik na yung softball after the whole pandemic, and of course, yung preparations nyo going into the season, paano nag-iba, especially considering the fact that matagal yung break ninyo?
Yung sa ano naman po kasi, syempre po, di ba, sobrang tagal rin po, ilang season rin po yung natigil yung, lalo na po yung sa softball. Syempre po, iba-iba rin naman po kasi nakakasama namin. Parang, syempre, din po, may mga bago, tas may mga nawala rin po. Ang ginawa lang po kasi namin, nagsama-sama po kami, lagi po kami may mga activity, tsaka po, lagi po kasi namin binubuo talaga yung team namin para po maging magaan kami.
And syempre sa softball, no, kung merong most home runs, meron ding pitcher. You can't have a home run without a good pitcher. And si Glory naman, ang award niya is the Best Pitcher Award for this season. Can you describe the process of your preparation, knowing na kayo ang defending champions for 9 straight years, and now you're the best pitcher in the UAAP?
So yun po, una pa lang po is nung pumasok po ako sa Adamson and wala po kami talagang dominant pitcher. Yun po palaging sinasabi ni Coach Ana. So prepare ko lang po yung sarili ko. And ayun po, ginawa ko lang po yung best ko sa training, tsaka lalo na po sa game po.
Grabe talaga. And of course, Coach Ana, we have to mention this out loud here kasi you're not just a 10-peat winner, you're also a 15... Well, you also have 15 UAP championships. And of course, you're also the youngest national team head coach for softball. And in fact, you're not here kasi nagta-training kayo ngayon sa UPLB for the national team. Going into this season though, since mahaba yung break, medyo matagal, a couple of years, did you feel na, okay, maybe this will be the hardest season to win? Kasi grabe, ang tagal talaga ng break ninyo.
Yeah, actually, nung nag-start kami mag-training for this season, alam ko na hindi magiging madali this year, yung UAAP season sa amin. So, pinaghandaan namin mabuti. So, yung mga na-miss namin for the past 3 seasons na wala ang softball, inaral ko uling lahat kasi para sa akin nagsisimula na naman kami. So, lahat ng mga past tournaments namin, kailangan mong balikan, and at the same time, kailangan ma-adapt ng new generations yung mga ipapagawa ko. And umpisa pa lang sinabi ko sa mga player ko, yung mindset kasi namin is tanggapin natin na hindi ganun kadali ang season sa atin ngayong taon. I-accept natin na ang katotohanan ngayon is nag-boom na ang lahat ng team, nawala na yung mga veterans players natin and may mga bago tayong players. And yung mga magagaling na player ngayon from high school, nandiyan na rin ngayon sa UAAP. So, i-expect natin na magiging iba na yung labanan. So, tingin ko, isa yun sa yung mindset namin na nakapag-prepare ng mas maganda para dito sa season na to. Kasi ini-expect na namin na yung kalaban namin, i-istoran kami, yung kalaban namin lalaban sa amin. And may mga games kami na pinaghahandaan talaga na alam namin na close game. So I think isa yun sa mga naging advantage kasi ganun agad ang preparation namin. Unlike nung mga nakaraan, na alam namin na talagang super lakas kami, alam namin na malaki agad ang advantage namin. Pero at least ngayon, dahil doon sa mindset na yun, talagang pinagsumikapan, pinagtrabahuhan talaga namin mabuti ito.
And Coach Ana, talking about motivating the team, no? I mean, you mentioned na it wasn't smooth, it wasn't the, smooth way going to the championship. Ano yung mga challenges na napagdaanan nyo? Kahit 10 straight championships ka na, Coach, for sure may challenges kayong napagdaanan this season.
Siyempre, after the pandemic, kasi ang tagal na hindi nagkakasama yung mga players. So, yung umpisa, talagang may mga misunderstanding. Alam mo yun, kasi gano'n naman din talaga, no? Pagkakasama talaga, meron mga iba-iba ang ugali. So talagang isa yun sa mga una kong win-workout para magkaintindihan yung mga players at mabuo yung mga team. And syempre, yung training namin, medyo in-adjust ko din kasi naiintindihan ko din talaga iba ng attitude din ng mga player ngayon, no? Ibang generations na kasi ngayon. So, yun yung mga and at the same time, yung mga challenges namin like pagka may injured, ang maganda lang kapag may injured o may nawawala sa amin, siguro kaya nagiging successful yung program ko. Lagi kasing may nag-i-step up, parang may naipi-prepare ako na pampalit doon sa mga nawala.
Well, Coach, alam mo, it's such a great achievement. Again, 10-peat, 15 titles for you, and of course for the girls, si Angelo at si Glory, the individual awards, and hopefully we can have you in the studio next time kasi may mga hot take questions sana kami, but we can't get to them right now. Mahirap kasi via Zoom. So hopefully next time we can have you here over and we can have a longer conversation. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Yeah, after ng after nitong kasi parang after namin na magbigay ng honor sa school, ang goal naman namin ay magbigay ng honor sa ating bayan, So, sana supportahan niyo rin kami, no? Kasi next week pupunta kami ng Korea to participate sa world qualifying namin. And ayun nga, after the championship game ng UAAP, 1 day lang kami nakapagpahinga. Then punta na kami dito sa aming training camp. Kaya tuloy-tuloy kami, wala pa kami totally na break.
Work don't stop.
Oh, grind never stops po. Maraming salamat and good luck in Korea. Thank you. So,
thank you.
After the break, we'll hear from the Akari Chargers as they go heart-to-heart in a brand new PBL segment. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game.
Michelle Cobb
And din Santiago Manabat.
of the Akari Chargers.
Mitch, anong first impression mo sa akin?
Very serious. Kasi sa paglaro mo before, sobrang intense ka palagi. I mean, so nakikita ko sa TV. So parang, yun yung parang naging impression ko up to now na super like intense, super serious, gano'n. Next, okay, Ate Dim. Honestly, anong tingin mo sa team natin kung nakalaban mo kami last conference?
Kahit mga bata talaga is palaban. Sobra. Kasi ang daming ang energy. Tapos si Trisha, nakikita ko na siya sa Twitter na makulit and nadagdagan pa ng ibang bata. So parang makikita ko lang naman na masaya, pero palaban. And syempre, nung time na nanonood ako na, kasi nga, nung time na nakalaban namin kayo, wala talaga ako eh. Off the bench ako. So, parang sa inyo ako nakafocus na parang, nakakatuwa naman tong Akari na to. Na parang, babata nila, pero talagang sobrang palaban.
Din Santiago Manabat. And Jaja, to Din Santiago Manabat.
Anong unang reaction mo nung narinig mong sasali ako ng Akari?
Actually, in-expect ko siya nung nakita ko yung news na wala ka na sa previous team mo. So parang sabi ko, parang meron yung may possibility. And so nung sinabihan nila ako, sabi ko, like, magiging maganda to. Feeling mo ba na dahil kasama mo mas bata sa'yo, parang magiging bata ka na rin?
Feeling ko 16 years old lang ako eh. Kasi yung parang yung energy nyo, na parang kahit after training, meron pa. Parang feeling ko meron na din ako na dadagdagan eh. Di ba minsan parang gano'n naman talaga? Kung sino yung mga nakakasama mo, yun yung mga na-a-adapt mong sa ano, yung parang energy, ugali, gano'n.
Ball is back with Akari. Din Manabat.
Ano namang maaasahan mo mula sa aming bagong teammates mo?
Pag masyado na akong seryoso sa court, yung kasi minsan talaga ako is parang sa sobrang gigil or talagang napapasimangot na ako. Madami naman nakakakita na once na nag-smile ako, doon din ako pupukpok, ganun. So siguro yung lang ako na, ate, huwag ka masyado sigurong seryoso. Kasi minsan sa sobrang seryoso, nagkakamali or something na nagagawa ko naman din talaga na tama. Pero gusto ko kasi talaga na makita nila ako na masaya ako habang naglalaro kasama kayo. Natanong ko na to sa'yo. Actually, natanong ko na to sa'yo. Bakit ka nasa Akari, hindi sa F2?
Gusto ko rin, like yung sinabi mo ate, gusto ko rin mag-explore and to be out of my comfort zone. And honestly, yun yung parang gusto ko ma-experience kasi yung hindi same. And alam ko na through this experience, marami akong matututunang bago sa sarili ko rin and paano ko makihalubilo sa ibang tao. And I'm sure ngayon, sobrang dami kong matututunan ever since last conference na nasa Akari ako. So, yun, gusto ko lang talaga ng fresh. Curious ako, like, how is it to be like a playing mother?
Sila na yung nagiging inspirasyon mo para to play hard or magpursige ka pa. Kasi parang ang goal is parang makita ka nila or makita ka niya na naglalaro pa. And syempre, sobrang hirap talaga maging nanay, mas lalo na pag wala kang katulong sa pag-aalaga. Pero sa akin, siya yung nagbibigay talaga ng lakas. Siya talaga yung kung bakit kailangan makabalik ako ng to come back stronger talaga. Kasi siya talaga yung nag-motivate. Oo, nagpapalakas sa akin, ganyan. Or lahat ng pagod mo, every time na uuwi ka, mawawala eh.
And that's a wrap!
And that's it for tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Diego Dario.
And I'm Paulo Del Rosario. This has been The Game.